All right. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, AZ Preston Hall. I love how DJ just said that I'm a past member. But before we discuss that, because I have a story to tell you. How are you guys feeling? I want to see it in the chat. I see all the clap emojis coming up. But how wanna feeling? How wanna do? How wanna do? I mean, it's 8 o'clock on a Wednesday and you are here. So kudos to you. How wanna do? I mean, no school rough, school hard. I think it's exam time or exam time just finished. I'm not sure.
Fin-
Uh,
Finals month in, I believe. Start month.
Finals month end and you are here and someone ask and I want to feel it. What is the vibe in the room right now? You can type it in the chat. Somebody said I'm stressed out. That is natural, Kadeen. Somebody said I'm give them life right now. I love that. Can you imagine when we're done tonight? Ooh. All right. Being stressed out at this time is natural. So don't worry about that. Don't worry, it's natural. I'm not gonna tell you don't feel stressed out. It's a part of the journey. Uh, uh, and so I'll start by saying I am an honorary, means an honorary member of the AZ Preston Hall. Because I've never actually stayed on hall. But a lot of people think that I did. They see the story back, the story I come to bum now. Uh, you see, I was a part of the AZ Preston Hall by attachment. I sneaked a lot on the hall and stayed, but I was not good at it because they caught me and put me on the ban list. So I can't come down back at AZ Preston. So thank God it's up online now, don't it? But I was very active and I didn't stay on hall. And so I had a friend whom I used to catch with because, as Deidre said, networking is very important. And we're going to get into that. And nothing couldn't stop me from networking, even if I have to catch on hall. But that gets it done, right? But big up yourself, AZ Prestonites. If anybody from Vikings is on, that is where I used to catch. So, on a big up on yourself. Now, I am a storyteller. I guess you get that from that. I am a storyteller, but before we start, I want to give my disclaimer, just in case you've never heard me speak before as a professional speaker. I am not a goody two shoe, but I'm gonna get that already because I'm banned from the hall. I am not here to make you feel comfortable. I am here to uproot you tonight. I want to uproot you. I want to change how it is that you have been thinking. And by the way, I come with my notes. I'm going to share. I come unprepared, right? So I thought about what I came to tell you today. I want to disrupt your mind. I want you to change your way of thinking. I want to move you up from the back of the room and move you to the front. Because a lot of us, we stay in the back, not wanting to be seen. I want to bring forth somebody that's inside of you that has been hiding for so long, a person that you want to be and you're not so sure where to start or how to even bring forth this person, whether him or her. I want to bring that person out. I I tell you already, I'm not here to make you feel comfortable. You cannot grow from a place of comfort. I am known as the Draper Upper. I got that talk specifically from speaking to UE students. I am the Draper Upper. And so I'm here to drape you up tonight. And so I give my disclaimer so nobody can run off and sue me after we're done the conversation. All right? So since we set that, let us go to story time. Are you ready? Talk to me now in the chat, popcorn. Everything snacks, come close. Come close, let's come close. Imagine a girl come from Bush. Open a know. I'm look at Jamaican talk them, because we have anybody that's not from Jamaica on. Let me know if I'm no, please, please. Imagine a girl come from Bush. She stay inside, and the furthest she can go is our neighbor yard. I don't know if anybody have that experience. Hang out on the roadside, weird. And when you go see a neighbor yard, you try come in before the sun sets. Parents never finished high school. They worked minimum wage jobs. Parents never left the country. They didn't even have passport. And the picnic, if you know the parents don't have passport, you know the picnic don't have no passport either. And her parents, they just went from home to work, work to home, home to work, work to home. They on the same route, same buses, same taxi, spoke to the same people daily. every single day. And I don't know if you ever hear some people say, boy, that person they're really back a bush. And I'm not saying anything about country people. Let me just make that clear, because again, I'm an honorary country girl. Meaning I come from rural St. Andrew. And yes, St. Andrew are rural parts. Let us not get there. But Backabush is not a place. That's not what I'm talking about right now. The place is not the issue. It is when Backabush becomes the mentality. And you see, this little girl, she knew Backabush quite well. You see, you ate the same things. You spoke about the same things. You spoke about the same things with the same people. And there was just nothing new. It was always the same things and the same people with the same mindset. No new ideas. And so several years, enough years pass later. And I drive back to that community and everything is still the same. I don't know how many of you leave home, well, only that on hard. So when you leave home and 1 year passed, 2 year passed, and you go back and it's as if you never left. It's the same thing. Everything is in the same area. You see, my parents, they still talk, more argue about the same things. Miss Massey, she never goes further than the shop that starts the community, right? She no pass right there. So Derek, him still doing the farming and him don't go to downtown. Him only farm to serve the community. You see, 20 years later, everything is still the same. The same conversations, the same people in the same place, except me. You see, there comes a time in your life where you need to make a decision. You have to make a radical decision while you are living. And let me tell you why I say while you're living. You see, Drake, yes, Drake, the artist, yes, Drake. He said something so profound. He says, I can't even know the song where this come from. He says, you see, everybody dies, but not everybody lives. Ooh, I see, did you know it? Everybody dies, but not everybody lives. And that is something so profound. And as you grow into your young professionalism life, I need you to just remember that. Because the issue is a lot of us actually stop living at 25. And if we are not 25 in this space here, we are near 25, coming to 25, almost reach 25, or we reach about 26. Isha, we now go our ages, you know, we stay at 25. We get to 25 and we stop living. We break into a routine. We eat the same things. We go the same places with the same people. We have the same conversation. I understand. Yes, older than 25. I like that. All right. So a lot of us actually stop living. So many years ahead of us, 80 plus years. Come and see a lady on TV the other day, she was about 108. So I can say 80 plus years ahead of us, and we stopped living at 25. You see, you have to make a decision to continuously transform your life. And I say continuously because we're always growing. And so it doesn't stop here. When the other 5 years pass, there's something else that you're going to have to do. So as a people, we have to make a decision to continuously transform our lives into something that we possibly never experienced, into something that our generation of our family has possibly never, ever experienced. And people are going to tell you, nobody in your family never did that yet. So make you come up with the idea there. But if I talk about that topic, we're going to be here all night. But the fact is, it's all possible. This transformation, this doing something that you're not even sure if it's possible to be done, is possible. How? Ask me how? Networking. I said, well, Shakira, that don't make any sense. But let me sit down here and listen to you the same way. You see, this big N, networking, it changed that little girl's life. It changed my life dramatically. You ever look in the mirror and don't recognize yourself? That is me almost every single day, just because of networking. You see, you can't do something different with your life if you have never seen it before. Let me say that again. And people will say, well, and argue and say, well, you could, but the reality is Miss Massey never passes the shop. She has no idea what is beyond the shop. And so all she knows is from our yard to the shop. And so there is nothing new that she's doing because she hasn't seen anything different. And so you can't do something with your life, something different with your life if you've never seen it. You can't do something different with your life if you don't know that it exists. How are you going to know to do it if you don't know that it exists? Right? How are you going to try octopus if you never know people eat octopus? I'm just being, it's not something that you're going to come across. You're not going to want to try it if you don't know that if people eat it. And so, or even this one, how you going to eat rabbit if you don't know that people eat it, right? Or how you going to eat iguana if you never go you it. And here, so the Trinidad people are over there eating the iguana there. And I said, why? Because it is like chicken. Let me see if I can try it. You have to be exposed to something different to do something different with your life. And the right networking, and I said the right networking because we can come across people that but we're not going there tonight. The right networking can do that for you. The right networking can transform your life. You see, networking is embedded everywhere. Networking is embedded from your little bit, your eye, your knee, till when you agree, and you just go outside and do some gardening. Networking can happen at any stage of life. And so I'm going to give you a networking challenge. Are you ready? A networking challenge. It's not going to be a TikTok. I'm sorry, you can't post that Instagram reels, but I'm here to give you a networking challenge. And my first step is to try something new. And then, how much people online? The 9 people online kind of kick back in them chairs there. Really, that's what to me. Try something new. Somebody that all the time, stop lying to yourself. A lot of the times we are so scared to do something new. We're not trying iguana. I'm mad. I'm not eat that. Yeah, what that sound like? We're not gonna do something new, but we stay the same because we do the same things. It might sound so simple, but we don't challenge ourselves to do anything else, do anything new. And so we stay the same because we do the same things. You see, if we choose to live our lives the same, then we're gonna stay the same. And I think everybody online is all about growth. This is why you are here in this particular space at this moment. There is growth assigned to your need. And so it's time for you to try something new. And I talk about the food, and that is simple. But let me give you just something that transformed my life in trying something new. When I was going to prep school, and yeah, I went to prep school. And something that happened to me is that I did not belong at prep school because, as I said, my parents worked minimum wage jobs. And my experience from coming from rural St. Andrew and then coming to prep school was not the same. And so everybody else was doing different things with their lives after school. But my mother and father tell me, when the bell ring at 2 o'clock, you find yourself walk up the street, jump on a bus, and go your yard. You can't do nothing after school. And that actually stayed with me because everybody else was doing an extracurricular activity. And that's where I'm starting. This is where I'm starting with the networking for you, by the way, extracurricular activity. Everybody was doing that, and I just couldn't get the chance to do that. I could not afford to do extracurricular activities because some of them you had to pay for. And I was not allowed to, because when the bell ring for school done, you find yourself by your yard. And so when I started high school and I had a little more leverage with time, something that I had to do was to do something different. I had to try something new. I could not go home every single day as the bell ring. It just not cut it for me. And so I had to sign up for a club. And that seems so simple. Sign up for a high school club. What does that even mean? But a lot of us sign up for certain high school clubs and we don't realize how it follows with us. So that's my first thing. As a little girl, I had to try something new. And the first thing I tried new was not going home when the bell rang for school. Yeah, that is it. Sounds simple, but that was my first thing. And with that comes a lot of other new things that you start to try. And so one of the first things that I want you to do is to think about your life right now as a young professional and ask yourself, what's something that I've been doing the same way for so many years? And how can I do something different? What's something that I've been doing the same way for so many years that I can do different? You see, because in doing something different, in trying something new, you end up meeting new people, you end up forming new relationships, and you end up learning about different things. 3 important things: meeting new people, new relationships being formed, learning about something that you didn't know, even if it's just from either conversation, about learning from somebody else's experience. My second challenge to you is something that I hold close to my heart. Take every opportunity that is aligned with your journey. Let me say that again. I want you to take every opportunity that is aligned with your journey. And I say aligned with your journey because some things may come across that is an opportunity, but it's not going to do anything for you. It's not your opportunity. And so it has to be aligned with your journey. And then you guys say, well, Shakira, you may not take the opportunity, then Shakira. No, there are a lot of us that have opportunities being passed, endless opportunities being passed by us. And we say, well, it's not for me. I'm not good enough to do that right now. I'm not ready. This is the best one. I'm not ready to do that right now. Next year, 2 years from now, yes. And that opportunity that you said next year or 2 years from now may never come back again. And so every opportunity that is aligned with your journey, take it. Let me say that again. Anything that looks like an opportunity that is aligned with your journey, don't question it. Just do it. Just take the opportunity. That's something that I speak about a lot in the come up. You see, a lot of us feel as if we're not good enough for some things, and we allow opportunities to pass because we feel we're not ready. We're not the right age. We don't have the right qualifications. We don't have the right self-worth to fit in that particular position or something. Any opportunity that passes your way, take it. You see, because my life was simply transformed by jumping at opportunities. And me name opportunist. And I know people say, well, being an opportunist is not a good thing. If I see an opportunity and me, I jump on it. I could come out of my chair and show you, I just jump on the opportunity, I jump on the opportunity. You see, the first chance that an opportunity comes my way, I don't have to think twice about it. I say, okay, that is it, run with it. And what type of opportunities am I talking about? The first one that we shy away from, leadership opportunities. A lot of us don't want to go to the front. Remember, somebody tell us, I'm going to take you out at the back of the room and put you at the front seat here now. A lot of us don't want to stand at the front. It is time for you to show your potential. Take the leadership opportunities that you can get. There's so many of them at university. I never see a school have how much type of leaderships. Club there, guild there, hall there, everything. Take leadership opportunities. They can transform your life. I tell you, I never have no passport, right? It wasn't lie, I tell you. In pulling up my socks, come ever really pull up my socks, pull up a big girl skirt and say, okay, I'm gonna run for this island-wide position, leadership. Yes, me with the back-a-bush mentality. I gotta come to the front because something new I forgot. I want to experience something new. Just by saying yes to that, I was literally given no money, nothing, and just show up and collect it. my passport, and my visa. I don't know if me that get, well, probably know that I'm working, right? But anytime before that in my life, me just see the passport and visa coming anyway. Me just wait till me start work and say, I'm going to pay for it. And so you don't know what's going to come with the opportunities that you take. Travel. I tell you another story. Things that we say no to all the time. A lecturer called me while at UWI. She said, Shakira, I'm signing you up to go on an exchange program. I said to her, no, miss. Yeah, I said no first at this one. I mean, I have no money for do them something, dear miss. I can't go, miss. Because my school fee don't even done pay yet, miss. Can't go, don't have no money. She said, just come and hear what it is about. And I went. Even though I don't have no money. But this time, I'm come here. You see, when I go in the lady office, I hear what she said. No money needed. Everything free. The visa where you need for go to the foreign country free. The place where you go free. What else? The schooling free. The plane ticket free. And then pay for go to school. Say, okay, and then if you're hungry. You get it on a card. Free. I said, Lord Jesus, yes, sign me up for the opportunity there. And so, again, you have to be open to hear what other people have to say and be open to the opportunities that will come your way. And in just doing that one thing, I ended up visiting at least 7 different countries. One yes to an opportunity. Opened up so many more doors. And again, when you start to experience something different, you open up doors to transform your life. Something else that we say no to, jobs. Not ready for that job. Don't have the qualifications for that job. I'm going to school right now, so I can't do that job. Yeah? Again, when the opportunity comes, see the opportunity here? Opportunity. I don't even make you finish the word. That's how I want you to think about it as I'm challenging you on this networking journey. Jobs. I was offered a job while still going to university. And the one conclusion, you have to go part-time. I have to go to school part-time. They're not gonna take me back. They're not gonna make me graduate when I want to graduate. That part-time. Hey, I took the opportunity. Part-time, no problem. I walk over by social sciences. I need to be part-time. No thinking about it. When opportunities come, take it. Because in the networking world, that's exactly how I am to be right now. Where I am right now, if I didn't take that yes while I was still in university, if I didn't say yes, I wouldn't be here right now in this new job. And so again, opportunities allow you to meet different people, for you to do different things with your life and have a new way of thinking about life. Allows you to network. And so what's not going to do? Type it in the chat. What's not going to do? I'm going to take the opportunities, right? That's the second challenge. Anything that is aligned to you, take it. Don't think twice about it, just take it. Before them even finish, grab it, right? Because one of the things that I've learned is that when you don't take the opportunities that are assigned to you, someone that is not you, they're gonna take it. And girl, boy, it could have been you, but you didn't grab it right in, you didn't grab it in. And so it is so important that you do that. And I don't come to keep you long. I have one final challenge for you. And this for me, even though opportunities, yeah, listen to me, opportunities, oh God. But this one for me is the icing on the cake. This one for me make a sell off. Instead of when I make a talk to you about, and this set you apart from the 150 other 1,000 people. This is the one. Do more than life. requires you to do. Long sentence. I'm say it again. Do more than life requires you to do. And I'm going to let that simmer. I want you to think about that. You see, there are some things that we just do because we know that's the next step. We know we're supposed to go to school. We know we get the degree, we find a job, we go to the job, we come back home, we go to the job, we come back home. I think we get that picture already. But life is so much more than that. And so every step or every journey that you go on, I want you to remember, I'm here to do more than what life requires me to do. What does that mean? You become a part of your community. You become embedded in your community. You become an anchor, a pillar in your community. How do you do that? Clubs, organizations, church groups, associations. I could go on and on. There's so many opportunities. And I say these things because it's easier to serve your community as a group than it is to serve your community as an individual. And that's the big part of the networking that I'm coming to now. It's easier for you to serve your community as a group than to serve your community as an individual. And you see, service, giving back, that's actually where the real networking is. I don't know if anybody know that. That's the icing. That's it right there. That's what sets you apart. That's what sets you apart. That's what sets you apart. It's like you're doing something that is so great. You're doing something that is so good, so selfless. And service is not only about giving back to somebody. People always think it's just about giving back to somebody. In serving, you are developing yourself so much more than you know, and it sets you apart. It sets you apart, and this is a part that people don't like to talk about, but I'm here to talk about networking, so I can say it. This is a part that people don't like to talk to about when they talk about service, but it is what it is. When you put it on your resume, it sets you apart. When you put it on your LinkedIn, by the way, everybody in here is supposed to have a LinkedIn profile. I mean, we're talking about networking as young professionals, so I hope that is there. When you put it on your resume, your LinkedIn, your CV, your man is supposed to have CV, curriculum, vitae, yes, everything different from the resume. When you put it on all of these things, when you wear pins on your lapel, when you wear branded shirts that say I'm a part of this group, it sets you apart. It not only sets you apart, but there is a person in a room that's a part of the same group as you. There is a person sitting at a table that you want to be sitting at that is in the same group as you. There is a person that is singing at the church choir that works at an organization that you want to work at. And these are the things people don't talk about because, you know, it's the bad thing to talk about, but this is the reality. It is what it is. I come to be real with you. And so when you are doing more than what life requires of you, when you find the time to do meaningful things, it pays off. Because you keep meeting new people, like-minded people that want to do the same things that you want to do. Serve the community, make your country a better place. But they also are teaching you something new. You're also making relations with this person, and you keep meeting new people that again sit at certain tables, hold certain positions, and it's not just about them, it's you too, right? And so all of these doors start to open up for you just by doing more than what life requires. And you may not see it, but it happens. And so all you need to do is to challenge yourself to do more than what life requires. Join an organization, go learn something new, offer your skills that you have, whether you're good at IT or something, offer it in a volunteer service at an organization. Again, take up these leadership positions. You're just doing more than what is required. Even inside of your workplace, when you start to work, you start to do more than what is required at work. It opens new doors for you. You form new relationships because you're challenging yourself to not just be the anomaly, to not just be like everybody else, but there is something assigned to your name, and that's transformation of your life. And in order to fulfill that transformation of your life, you have to do more than what is simply required of you in life. You have to give more of what is simply required of you in life. And life becomes to have so much more meaning, so much more opportunities. You start to experience so much more new things, and you start to meet so much more new people that will play a vital role in your development as a young professional. And I think that is where I'll end with my tips and stuff. And I'll ask if there are any questions.
While the students come up with their questions, I must say that joining a professional club has really built my network. As Shakira is in Kiwans, I'm in Rotaract. So we're both in the young professional arms of our organizations. And I must tell you guys, I have everybody in my club. I have lawyer, doctor, teacher, accountant, anybody, anywhere. If I need something, I know somebody who can find somebody else to do it. So join a professional organization. And it's not to be a service club. It can be like Toastmasters. It can be the health and wellness club at whatever corporate job you're in. There are many ways to network. A church group, there are many ways to network. So don't just think of it as these are the only options. There are a lot of options as long as it's in alignment with what your goals are, as Shakira said. All right, guys. So any questions in the chat? Any situations? Any imaginary or real situations? Do you have any questions about? All of you are finalizing, so I'm guessing you want questions about the world of work. Yes, no?
Sure. Not sure if you're hearing me.
Hearing you now, yes.
Yeah, nice. All right. So just looking at the whole idea of networking, we are a bit, well, I can say for myself, I'm for now stuck in a space of the virtual reality. So it's a lot of online meeting and just being introduced to persons or seeing profiles. Particularly the LinkedIn space. I have started it up like a couple of months ago, and we're just in on a couple of connections. But how would you, I would ask, materialize that networking that I'm looking for or should be looking for? So you're adding people, but as far as it is concerned, you're just seeing them or their profiles on the internet. And how would you go about developing that network on that space? If you could just
I love that
shed some light.
question. I love that question. Raj, is it Raj or Raji?
Raji, right.
Raji.
Raji.
All right. Thank you, Raji. I think that's a great question because yes, things have changed. We're not just, it's not like when me and Deidre used to walk over student union, right? And so things have changed. And there are three ways in which you can use LinkedIn. The first way is the way that we are afraid to use it. Because if you're on LinkedIn, you know that once you click on somebody's profile, they know. You know that? You didn't know that? Once you search me.
Right, the big giveaway.
Right. And so we don't want to search people because, oh my God, they're going to know we searched them. We're going to remove that care factor, Raj. We don't care. If I want to see the person who I just come off of an interview with, I am going to search them and I am going to add them. And I'm going to read their profile. I want to know where they go to school, what they have degree in, everything, because that builds you as well. So this virtual networking, I'm not talking about the talking to yet, so we'll get there. This virtual networking, this just seeing the person's profile, it helps you to curtail your next steps. There's a similar person, a similar position that you're aspiring to get to. What have they done? Search it up. Have no shame in it. You want to know something, go look and add the person. Here is your next step. You add them, and that is it. No, no, no. Add them and open the chat. Talk to whoever you want to talk. You're living in this digital world that is literally, everybody's literally a finger touch away. Our parents did not have that. Can you imagine how their lives could have been transformed if they did? Anything you want to know, message. I've done that. I see you're in this field. You know, what does it feel like? Or what I see you're working at this company. What is the company like? Start the conversation. Don't be shy. One of the things that is great about online is that you're literally hiding behind the screen. It's not good, but it has its advantages. And so start the conversation, send a message. I'll tell you something bold that I did. The registrar of the university, and not the registrar, as in just Mona campus, the registrar of the wide university. There's a job I wanted. I applied for the job, but I brazen like that, When I want something, I want something, And so I had him on, I had him on LinkedIn, I added him and I had it. And I sparked up a conversation. I didn't know if he was going to answer me. I mean, he's the registrar of the whole thing, the 3 campus and the other little ones and everything. And he did, in fact, answer me and gave me a lot of insight on the job to let me know whether I really wanted it or not. And I came to the decision to know that it's not a job I really wanted. And so one of the second things about LinkedIn is I have to be bold with it. What you want to know or who you want to talk to, they're one message away. Either them going to answer you or them not going to answer you. And most people, once they have good heart, them answer you. And if them don't answer you, somebody else like them out there who will answer you. So that's the second way. So first, yes, search out people them profile, find out about them, where them go school, where them study, where them work, where them did work before, where them did before, how much years of experience them have, what them timeline look like, what are they doing? Second, talk to the people. One message away, one message away. And the third one is that LinkedIn and jobs, they work. Apply for the jobs, click and see who the jobs are linked to. And talk to those people as well. Ask your questions, speak to recruiters. You search up a company, find out who the recruiters are. I mean, LinkedIn is amazing. I know it gets me excited. You have the recruiters right there. You can see who's a recruiter for a company. Speak to them. What job posts are opening or what job posts are going to be open soon? Can I email you my resume? Yada, yada, yada. LinkedIn is amazing. It's literally networking at your fingertips. Hey, we had to do this in person. Can you imagine? I want to meet the director of so-and-so. I had to go to the office and lay with them in the lobby and say, well, hi, I'm Shakira Mills. No, you can just click on them and type a message. And so to me, that's the best way that you can use of LinkedIn. Be bold, look for what you want and ask. Start the conversation. Most people, they do answer you. And I've messaged lots of people. People who work at foreign, people who work at Jamaica, lots of them. And I know the information that I want. And I get it just by being bold. So I hope that answered your question.
Appreciate it. Just missing the bold factor as well. So thank you.
No problem.
Any other questions? I'm guessing that's not in the chat. But I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. And thank you so much for coming by, Shakira. Very energetic presentation. I learned something, even though, I'm with you in your age group. And I hope the students learn something also. Students, thank you all for coming out. This is the final session for the year. I'm sure we end on a high note. We ended, yes, they said yes, I appreciate it. We end on a high note, and I really thank you for that, Shakira. Really, really thank you for your energetic presentation. All right.
Thank you. It was great being here.
Yes, it was a pleasure having you. Thank you, everyone. I was wondering if you have any people from MedSci, Shakira, people from medical sciences. Somebody's asking.
Do you have any suggestions for people from med? Where networking is concerned, mentorship is very important. That's something I never talked about. Mentorship. For persons from med, you have a longer year. There's an internship, all of that. Find somebody that's at the place that you want to be at, because med is actually really wide. There are different areas that you probably want to aspire to. Probably not now, but probably next 5 years, 10 years. Find somebody. I sit and have a conversation with them. Be Form a relation with them. No, they're not going to want to talk to you every day or every week. But have that person that you can ask how it is that they got there, how they open their own practice. Find a mentor that can help you or guide you in the field. That's very important, and that's how I'd answer that question for med students, mentors, because it's not everybody want to be the same type of doctor. So find somebody that's have more years of experience. That's where you want to be when those years are, when you reach those years or even before. I have those conversations with them. Allow them to guide you. Ask questions that will guide your steps.
That's a good one. All right. Anybody else? Want to say thanks? We have some. Wendy says she appreciates the session, and Rajay said we ended on a very high note. Yes, we did. So thanks again, guys. Thanks again, Shakira and everyone, and have a good night.